Oh, sorry. What up? Hello, hello, hello. Gonna make this video quick. I'm probably gonna wait like like a minute for some people to join in because this is a live stream. Let me set my phone up here. Oh, shit. Fuck. Not made for kids, YouTube. You gotta answer that stupid question now every time I post a video. I gotta be like, yeah, this video's made for kids. Or no, this video's not made for kids. These videos probably ain't for kids. But we got 20 people in here at 54 seconds being live. What up? Pink Bubbles, what's up? So, now that we waited a minute, I'm going to babble a little bit. I am spent a little bit. It may not seem like it because I haven't been putting videos out and I haven't been doing a lot of that stuff. And I've been just kind of being Pink Bubbles. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I got some badass fan mail and I filmed a video doing fan mail and I went to edit it. I tried for literally 3 hours to get this video to render and it kept fucking up. I have to refilm it. I tried to post it like 3 different times. It didn't work out. I'm sorry. I will post it though, because I got some badass fan mail. Clearly the barber isn't open there. You're right. My girlfriend cut my hair. Fuck off. Anyways. I want to get back to doing YouTube really bad. I haven't been posting a lot of consistent videos, and I haven't been posting. I haven't been posting a lot of videos. I want to get back on that train soon and focusing my attention on doing YouTube videos and dyno tuning. But it's really tough for me working at the shop every day with, I have a huge project at the shop right now and I feel terrible because I haven't filmed. I filmed a little bit of stuff with it, but I haven't filmed a lot of the process and I really wanted to, but it's such a stressful project that I'm doing right now that filming is, it's always kind of the last thing on my mind to film the project that I'm doing. It's really tough for me to film stuff if I don't know what I'm filming. Like I know what I'm filming, but I I almost have a like a self I don't know how to word this. I almost have like a self doubt or like a self like a confidence thing that I need to know what I'm saying or I need to know what I'm talking about for me to film it. And if I'm like, oh, I don't know what we're doing here. Look at this rat's nest of wiring under this truck, the really expensive truck. Look at this rat's nest. I'm fucking it all up, right? And now, a week later, this truck is flawless. Like all the wiring is perfect. We made a Holly Terminator X Max work in a factory Silverado utilizing the full PAT system, the body control module, the pass-through key, everything works, the key fob works, the factory gauges work, the factory air conditioning works, factory everything works. And it's run with a Holly Terminator. There's a couple guys that have done this. Nobody's really shared the information. Nobody's built layover harnesses to do this truck. Nobody's done a lot of this. So we're kind of, I took this job on kind of knowing like we can figure this out. I know I can figure this out. Matt Happel's been a huge help. Sloppy Mechanics. It's just been It's been a stressful job to take on. So, obviously, my attention is kind of devoted to that. And on top of that, I have other stuff that is going on, injector orders and whatever. And I'm still a one-man show. Like, obviously, you guys know that Christian and Michael and all those guys have been on the channel time and time again. But not everybody has this in their blood to do this work and to live the car life 24/7, 365. Like, I don't think you guys realize that. Yeah, you may not see videos. I like to share the track videos and stuff because I'm going to look back at that 10 years, 10 years from now and be like, yep, I did that. And that's something I'm going to look back at and remember forever. So that's, yeah, that's that. So the track videos and stuff I kind of prioritize a little bit more than doing mechanical stuff. It's really, I feel like the mechanical stuff isn't interesting to a lot of people. I don't know why I feel that way, because when I'm looking on YouTube for stuff, a lot of times it's looking up how to do something or just looking at how to make stuff better and make stuff work. That's kind of what I look for. But I feel like everybody's interested in the action, which I'm probably wrong. A lot of people probably like the DIY stuff and the wrenching and the hardships that come about with all this. But I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just saying that I recently got a guy to help me with doing work. So if I have a car that comes in and it needs a transmission or an engine or whatever, like, I know I can do that kind of stuff, but it's not really worth it for me to spend my time doing that when I can spend my time doing other stuff like dyno tuning or making a YouTube video or whatever. So this guy, he has been kind of in the picture of HunterTuned since I got the new shop, really. I met this guy, he helped me put my lift in. And I've been kind of feeling him out and, seeing like, hey, can he be an asset to HunterTuned? And like I said, I've kind of been, it's really hard for me to have anybody help me do anything, especially on a customer car. So it's really kind of tough to, like I said, it's tough to trust anybody doing the stuff that I do, because the stuff that I do is kind of, it's not common knowledge, and it's not just like anybody can just pick up a pen and paper and write it, It's something that is a skill that not a lot of people have. A lot of people can work on cars. A ton of people can work on cars. But when it comes to, I've noticed this with a couple people that have been helping me, is a lot of guys that do ASE or like, they work on normal cars at a dealership, or they work on stock cars. They work on stock cars. They come and look at a modified car and they are fucking lost. They have no idea where to start. You know what I mean? And it's a lot different of a approach for them to come into this type of car world. I don't know where I'm going with any of this, guys. I'm literally I went live, said fuck it, and I'm just gonna babble because I don't know where to go from here. Like, I don't want to burn out, and I've been burnt out for the last like a couple months. I've been spent. Like, I've been just burnt, and I don't know where to put my attention. I don't know where to I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I got this guy helping me out. He's done a couple jobs for me already and does really good work. And I trust him, and he's helping me with this new project that I have at the shop. And he's been helping and doing like 50% of the work, 60% of the work he's been doing. And I've just kind of been like overwatching what he's doing, and I think we can build something with me and him. Can really. Sorry, I've been talking a lot tonight, so my voice is dry. Yeah, I'm super salty. I'm super salty. I don't even know where the fuck that came from. I'm super stressed lately, to the point where I go to bed every night and just drink myself to sleep because I can't hang, and I don't know what to do to make myself happy. Because you'd think, like, having the shop and the dyno and everything like that, I'd be like the fucking happiest person in the world, and I am, and I'm super grateful. And I'm super, yeah, I'm grateful for everything that I've built and accomplished. Don't get me wrong, I really am. But with growing, that's what they say, there's growing pains. You have growing pains, and I'm dealing with growing pains. Just because the bigger you get, the harder everything is to manage and keep up with, especially just being me. It's super tough. Yeah. So I've been blowing off a lot of people because of it, and I can't say sorry enough, but I've only been taking on a few like a few select jobs, because I'm just burnt out. Like I don't want to be burnt out, but I am. When I first got the shop and I first got the dyno, I went ham. Like, I did a lot of cars and a lot of just jobs. Like, I would go to the shop and I would dyno tune a car or two, and then I'd come home and fill 5 injector orders. And then the next morning I'd get up and I'd go to the junkyard and pull fucking 80 to 100 injectors. And then, sorry, I don't know if I lost you for a second. I'd just do all that stuff, and like, I think the last couple months of me just doing all that stuff constantly, I'm at the point right now where I just don't want to do a fucking thing. I don't want to do a damn thing. And I got this new car. I got this new badass car. Yeah. It's tough. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this video. I'll read some comments, why not? Speed sensor 2-step. Yeah, it's a common thing, man. If you have a 2-step enabled and your speedometer doesn't work, it's going to limit you at whatever the 2-step RPM is at. Get a Grom and do wheelies. That sounds amazing. I got this V-Star. I got a cruiser bike. It's right here. I got this cruiser bike. It's pretty neat. I got it for really cheap, so I figured I'd buy it. I'd like to get a Z125 because the Z125s are actually pretty cool. I'd like to compare it to a Grom. Ruckus, yeah, of course, man. A Ruckus is always badass. See, I'd like to just have one of everything. I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like daydreaming, driving home from the shop. And I was thinking to myself, like, I wish I could just have a badass truck, a badass car, another Civic, a Mustang, a Camaro, a Firebird, a fucking cruiser bike, a Harley, a R1, a Busa, a Ruckus. Like, I wish I could just have all of it, but obviously that's not feasible for 99% of people. A lot of times, like, people like me, or like a lot of you probably, you get a project, and then if you want something different, you sell your current project so you have the money to buy the other project. Like, that's what most of us do. So for me, that's why I don't want to start this new project until I sell my Fox body. By the way, anybody's got 10 grand, come get the car. Like, a turnkey 8-second car. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this video. Smoke some weed, it's better for you. Yeah. I would totally smoke weed, but I don't. I feel like some people, it's in their blood that they enjoy marijuana, and it's in some people's blood that they enjoy alcohol, and it's in some people's blood that they enjoy other things. It's all what you like. We're all wired a little differently, and we all got different chemistry to where I don't know, beer's just my thing. I like it. I don't really like marijuana. Like, I've tried 100 different times to like marijuana, and I can't. I don't know why. So sorry. No, I'm not gonna smoke weed. It doesn't agree with me. It doesn't agree with my head. It doesn't agree with me. Some stuff agrees with some people, and some stuff doesn't agree with people. The barber's closed. Those dealership mechanics are used to following a manual. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, the dealership mechanics, they don't know what to do when something comes in that isn't in a, what the fuck is it called? The program. It's a program, Mitchell on Demand, stuff like that, where you have that program and you type in, hi, my car does this, and it says it's this, this, or this. Buy this, put this part on, send it out the door. And then the customer comes back and they're like, hey, you didn't fix my shit. And they're like, I have no idea what the fuck went wrong, because they don't understand the inner workings of stuff. And I feel like that's what's different with me and a lot of mechanics, or a lot of other mechanics, is I understand an engine from the inside out. I don't understand it from the outside in, like a lot of do it by the book mechanics do. I feel like do it by the book mechanics kind of see stuff from the outside in. So from the outside in, I mean, like, this relay controls this fucking headlight, and this relay controls this fucking cam sensor. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This engine computer controls this cam sensor. But what is that cam sensor doing inside the engine? I start from there and then work out to the thing that controls it. That's how I think through a lot of stuff. I'm like short of breath all day because I'm so stressed out. What the fuck? All right, we're just gonna start down here. What's up from Florida? One smoke with us the last time I was there. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Yeah, Christian is lightweight for sure. Christian is definitely a lightweight. See, I don't know. I feel like I would be the same though. Like, I would just puff one time and I'd be like, "Fuck you! I'm going in hibernation." What you need is somebody else to pull and pack your website orders. Funny, I hit up a guy yesterday because he was posting on Facebook that he was going to sell decapped injectors. And a couple people tagged me and they're like, hey, you're taking his business and you're taking his whatever. So I hit the guy up and I said, hey man, you wanna work with me? Like, we could split the profit. Obviously he'd get more because he's doing the work, but I'd still get a little something at the end of the day. So I am actually starting to outsource my injector orders, which I love selling turbos, and I love giving you guys good turbos, and I love being a VS Racing turbo dealer because I can get you any turbo for a great price. And they're awesome units, and it doesn't require me to put in a lot of time. So if somebody orders a turbo, I can then place the order for the turbo and they drop ship from VS Racing to the customer. I have no stock, I have no overhead, I have nothing. So it's perfect, and I love selling turbos because it's easy work for me. And you guys get a great product at the end of the day. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. I've been trying to do with Snake Eater Performance with injectors. It's just tough with Snake Eater stuff because it's already so cheap. There's not a lot of room for like business to happen. But I'd love to eventually start doing Snake Eater stuff and offering it and do the same kind of style drop shipping stuff that I do with VS. But with the decapped injectors, it's a really tough thing to do because you obviously got to find the injectors, you got to flow them, you got to clean them, you got to send them out in match sets and whatever. So it takes up a lot more time than it does with, obviously doing a drop ship deal. So the injector orders, like I said, I'm trying to outsource. Then I run into the thing again where it's tough to trust anybody doing the things I do, because not just anybody can do that kind of stuff. So it's tough. And with the injector price where I'm at, I've half tempted thought about raising the price on the injectors just a little bit, like 30, 40, $50, just to kind of cover overhead cost of maybe paying somebody else to do them for me. But I don't know if it's worth it. Like, at the end of the day, then I got to worry about that person. I got to worry about them doing the injectors. I got to worry about them doing it right. I got to worry about just, it's not in my control anymore. And that's what bugs me. And that's what really keeps me from bringing in help to HunterTuned. It really does, because it's hard for me to trust anybody. It's hard for me to trust people doing the stuff I do. You know what I mean? It's tough. And it's not common to find somebody that's willing to do it for a wage that I can afford. You know what I mean? Because I'm not big time. Like, I'm not some big company. I'm really not. So it's tough. This like transition stage that I'm kind of in is proven to be the hardest thing in my life that I've ever had to deal with. And I've wanted to give up so many fucking times, guys. It is crazy. Like, if you don't follow me on Facebook, you really should, because I post a lot of stuff on Facebook that I do not post on YouTube. I just post like little pictures and stuff here and there of what I'm doing every day. And I really enjoy doing that because it's once again, it's easy. It's easier for me to do that. Making a video takes a whole day. Like, I have to be committed on making a video from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed. Like, I have to grab the camera, put it, and have the video idea in my head and go in to making that video. So so say this. I get up, I grab my camera, I throw the camera in my truck, I head to the shop. I have an idea in my head already of what I'm gonna film. So I go to the shop and I start filming. Hey, I'm gonna dyno this fucking truck today. And then I get to the truck and I start doing dyno rips or start doing tuning, and I'm filming the stuff that I'm doing, and then something goes wrong. I feel like, fuck, the video's junk. I can't use this footage anymore because I had a setback. I can't finish the video now because I had a setback. Because I already had this video vision in my head of how the video was supposed to be. And then when the video doesn't end up being the way I thought it was gonna be, I just fucking scrap it. I scrap the whole video. I don't know why I do that. I really don't, because you guys probably started following me when I was in this exact garage, doing junk shit, doing janky shit. Like, hey, we're gonna go 9s with this piece of shit hot side. Now I went 8s with that piece of shit hot side. We're gonna put PVC pipe on a car as intercooler piping. Stuff like that. You guys probably started following with that, but I always feel like there's always gonna be criticism and shit like that when something goes wrong. Like, I had a fucking crank pulley, a harmonic balancer from an LS explode on a truck when it was on the dyno yesterday. Maybe it was 2 days ago. I can't remember. My days are all fucked up. But I had a harmonic balancer blow up. I got it on video. I'll probably post the video at some point. I just don't know. Like, I don't have an intro. I don't have an outro. I just have the footage, you know. And I like to, it's easier on me when I edit videos if I start the video with an intro, I film the video, and then I close it out with an outro. And if one of those pieces isn't there, I don't fucking post the video. So that's another struggle that I have. I took the Barney Civic racing, and I had a bunch of struggles with it. I got some of the footage from it, but I didn't post it because I just had nothing but issues the whole fucking day. And I'm like, last thing I want to do is film right now, because you're probably just gonna I'm probably just gonna look at the camera and yell at it. which I got to start doing more because I feel like that's what you guys want to see, and that's what I've always been to you guys. I've always been a real person to you guys. I've tried not to be a YouTuber in a sense. Like I'd like to just be a real person, like we all are. And everybody's got problems and everybody's got struggles with whatever they're doing, whether it's drag racing or building a car or dynoing a car. There's a lot of struggles that come with it, plain and simple. Like there's no way around it. Like I don't care if you have fucking $10 million, you're still gonna have issues, plain and simple. Love your injectors, by the way. Thank you. Meditation's tough. This guy's telling me to try meditation, but I'm so lost in my own head I can't meditate, and that's what sucks. And that's just more reason to meditate. Is if you can't meditate, that means you really need to. At least that's what I've heard. Yeah. You guys are commenting like crazy. Holy fuck, I can't even keep up. We got 81 people watching my dumbass talk. My ruckus for the Fox body. That is tempting, Nick. Can you explain timing more on Honda? I don't know what you want. You put timing in an engine, and if it responds well, you keep it in. You need a chassis dyno to tune timing effectively. Otherwise, use the timing map that I put out on one of my GSR videos. It relates to Honda, Neptune, Chrome, HTS. It does not matter. That's a safe timing number to be at, for the most part, if you use that timing map from my GSR tuning video. It's funny because I was actually just talking to my girlfriend too. This guy says he wishes he could be a part of that. My life goal is to have a career in aftermarket tech performance stuff. And a lot of people that work 9-to-5 jobs or whatever, they want a business of their own, and they want to do their own thing. And that's what I wanted to do too, because I could never hold a job. I could never hold a 9-to-5 job. I'd always get sick of it, or be like, oh, I could do this better, or I could do that better, or whatever. And most of the time I probably could do it better and whatever. But now coming down to it, a 9-to-5 job is actually really nice. It's very, you don't have a lot of stress. Like 5:01, you punch out, you leave. You could care less about fucking work. Where with me, or like any self-employed business, or any business really, you say you leave work. Like I left the shop, right? I left the shop at fucking 9:30 tonight. And on the way home, I was on the phone. I was talking to people about what we're doing to this and what we're doing to that. And then here I am on YouTube, which is also part of my business. So it's kind of never ending. Like sun up to sundown, it's what I do, and it's what you gotta do when you're self-employed, I think. You can't just like leave it go, because if you leave it go, it will leave you, and it will, it ain't gonna last, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go plug my phone in because it's dying. What y'all drinking? You drinking anything? I haven't had a drink in 29 minutes. Where's the fucking charger? I'm gonna read some comments. Hopefully y'all ain't bored to death. Sorry if these lights are in the wrong position. I don't know. Let's see here. Oops, sorry, that light is really fucking bright. Can we set this somewhere? Nope, nope, whoop, nope, nope. Oop, sorta? Is that okay? I don't know if that's okay. Fuck. I wish I had a little pedestal. I wish I were. I can just plop it up. Damn. also point where, and I ignore email, but I think I would get to that point where I don't, my leg is twitching like a bitch right now. Weird. Quit whining. Quit commenting. T. Sellinger, 1026. Said how much horsepower you wish you made? 1026. Totally agree with you. Processes and standards are key. Yeah, that's the thing too, is like when you like I was trying to explain with making a video or whatever, it's always like a process. And if it doesn't go right, it doesn't happen. Sorry if I'm not reading all these comments, guys. Yeah. Teabag is AIDS. HunterTuned is big. Nick says HunterTune's big down here. I send everyone your way. Sorry, but not sorry. But hey, quality work at a good price. Yeah, I feel like taking whatever. He might be. Who fucking knows? But Nando's been a huge help for me. He gave me my laptop and some other shit. Shout out from Oregon. Knowledge and real life experience is huge. You share yours, willing the ones that pay attention and understand get so much knowledge, and it's valuable. Yeah, and that's the thing too, guys, is a lot of people will post videos that I watch, other YouTubers, and I feel the same way. Like, the real world stuff is what I'm interested in. And I like seeing the struggles, and I like seeing the hardships and stuff like that, because people can relate. They can relate to that kind of stuff. Never give up. Thank you. Stickers are on every one of my vehicles. That's what's up. Positive vibes. Thank you, Corey. You had a LS1 balancer blow up on the dyno? Yeah, I never thought I'd fucking see the day, but it happened. Yeah, that's the thing too. Nick kind of made a good point. Booster Boys blew up because of the viral shit they did. And it's kind of the same thing with Cletus, is he kind of started his YouTube channel with viral videos. And I have some ideas of doing viral videos. I don't know why. I just don't put the effort in to doing them. Just because I feel like it's not me. It's not who I am. But yeah, if you want to get big on YouTube, you just fucking think of viral video ideas. Title them right. Put the right tags in. And share it on the right platforms. And your video will get views. It's actually quite easy. But at the end of the day, I kind of like YouTube as just like a platform to share my life, you know. I don't really care to, like, if I had 1 million fucking subscribers, guys, I don't even know what I'd do. I'm already stressed out with 20,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. More turbo Hondas. I'm so fucking burnt out on Hondas, guys. Dylan Miller. Have you ever had a turbo LS? Turbo Hondas are cool, though. Don't get me wrong. I love them. I always will. But they're just such a bitch. They're always a bitch. Love the content. Keep it coming. Thank you, buddy. They don't like 8,000 RPM. This one blew up at 5,500 RPM. I just purchased truck injectors off your web page with the top hats. Will these injectors be plug and play in an EM1? Wiring wise, no. I supply pigtails usually that you have to wire in. Otherwise, you can get adapters online to make them plug and play. A lot of people are concerned about cutting their injector harness, which I feel like it's really not that big of a deal. It's 2 wires. Yeah, and you can always put the old ones back on, you know. And if you do good electrical work, like if you solder and heat shrink the wires, there's no downfall to doing that. If you put a buck connector on it, that's a little different. or a wire nut. I actually like wire nuts a little better than butt connectors. Wire nuts seem to hold everything together a little bit better than a butt connector does. But for the most part, if you solder and heat shrink your wiring, it's just as good or better than the factory wiring. I feel like the wire itself, if it's in an EM1 Civic and it's original and it's 20 fucking years old, 21 years old, the wire itself is way less structural and it does not have the strength that that solder joint you just did has. A lot of times the wire is going to fucking decay a lot faster than the damn solder joint, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm babbling. I can't believe there's 80 fucking 9 people in here. Y'all are nuts. CRX ice pulls. I know, I need to do more of that. See, I'd like to just be able to go do stuff like that and not worry about the damn shop and not worry about fucking business. Like, money's cool, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I like to have fun. And I like to do fun, cool shit. Which then again, it's always this like constant battle and constant struggle going back and forth, especially with me being a one-man show. It's either I'm out tuning cars, working on other people's stuff and making money, or I'm doing my own stuff and spending money. So it's always this like constant battle of like, what the fuck do I do today? Do I go work on something and make money, or do I go do my own stuff and spend money? It sucks. I keep cutting out. Am I cutting out? Sorry if I'm cutting out. Lag. Oops, sorry. Am I lagging? Am I still lagging? I'm sorry if I am. I want Hunter to tune my car. Hansi Fed phones. Send me an email. Am I still cutting out? You gotta let me know. Fack. People think self-employed is the best. It's a marriage you can't divorce. Amen. That is the perfect way to put it, bro. I've always worked 9-to-5 jobs, you know, fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I worked a lot of 9-to-5 jobs. And I could always be like, you know what? Fuck you, I'm out. I'm leaving. Doing this with my own stuff, you can't just say, fuck you, I'm leaving. You literally can't. I mean, you could, but it's better to plan. You have to like plan your escape, or you have to plan your like get away from work, and it's tricky. I'm gonna cut my hair. So like I cut my hair right here. Y'all can probably see. It's down to like nothing. I'm like pert near bald on my head, and then I don't know. We were just goofing off, and I left all my hair on the top. So I look kind of funny right now, but it was just an experiment. My video is not lining up with the audio. I'm sorry. Keep up the good work, bro. Isaac Monday from Wisconsin. Cool. I think I'm friends with you on Facebook. Turbo 4-wheeler for the ice. Fuck yeah. I feel like I should do some crazy shit like that. There was a guy that actually offered me like a sand rail, like a dune buggy thing, and I think it had like a Chevy 350 in it or something. I think something like that with studded tires would just fucking rip. It'd be so fun. Why did the banker quit his job? No more lag. You're good. You're good. Okay. The struggle's real. Love the content no matter how long or short the vidya. Have you played with a direct injected 5.3? No, but there's actually a new Silverado at the junkyard by me. And I asked him, I said, hey, how much for the engine? Like, just because with this new car that I got, I want to do an aluminum LS so it cools better and I can street drive it a little more and shit like that. And this one, they want like $1,500 for it or something. And I don't know if it's direct injected or not. I'll have to look. Ah! Why did the banker quit his job? Because he lost interest. That's funny. My buddy has a blaster with a 250R. I had a buddy, I think my dad's friend, he had a 250R Honda two-stroke four-wheeler. And that thing, they just rip. They rip. They're so light. Two-stroke freaking ripper. I always compare two-stroke dirt bikes and two-stroke four-wheelers to turbo Hondas because two-stroke power band is comparable to a turbo Honda where you crack on that fucker and it's just like bam, and then it hits, the power valve opens or the two-stroke just lights off and it's like what? And it's just something that I don't know. I feel like that's why I like Hondas because before I got into Hondas, I was into dirt bikes and four-wheelers and stuff, and I always loved two-stroke dirt bikes because they always the power came in so abruptly and obnoxiously that it was just like a flick of a switch when it came on the pipe. It was just a flick of a switch, and it was so cool to experience that kind of power on a two-stroke dirt bike or whatever. And I thought they were the fastest thing in the fucking world. And now I hop on one and I'm like, come on, where's the power? I think that's why I like turbo Hondas. And I have a couple friends that are into dirt bikes and they're really two-stroke gearheads. And I wish they would get into a turbo Honda for a week, just for a week, and lose their license because they had so much fun with it. Because I feel like it's a comparable feeling and it's a comparable thing, Sorry, my dogs are outside. I was checking on them. Am I going to WRR on Friday? Me and Nick will be there. Yeah, I'll probably head up there. I don't know what I'll take, but I'll probably be there. Those Derby guys still next door. Yep, they are. Thoughts on the 8-1? Oh, Murray. The V-Star with studded tires. Oh my God, you guys are fucking hilarious. The V-Star with studded tires would be fucking stupid. It would be boring. I like a cruiser bike because it's nice to get out on a nice summer day and just relax and get out in the wind. I would never actually want to ride it. I would never actually want to ride a cruiser. When I say ride, I would take a crotch rocket on the lake and actually want to ride it and have fun. But a cruiser bike is not fun in the sense of it's fast or it corners well or it stops well or anything like that. I feel like a cruiser bike is way more dangerous and you will die easier on a cruiser bike because they stop like fucking complete shit. They do not turn well. They do not have any power. They sound good and they look good. That's all they're good at. So yeah, and they're comfortable. They're comfortable. I was actually daydreaming the other day and I was thinking to myself, benefits, pros and cons of a cruiser bike versus a sport bike. Yes, if you're an irresponsible human being, a sport bike is more dangerous. But realistically, a sport bike, like a crotch rocket, is safer in my opinion because if you get into a collision with a vehicle, you can bail off of the bike. You can escape from the bike, or you can turn fast, you can stop fast, or you can go fast around it, around the incident, if you know how to ride. That's a thing. So, yeah, hopefully you got where a cruiser bike, it stops like shit, it corners like shit, and if you get hit and you hit something, you can't fling off of the bike. Most cruiser bikes will pin you at the waist when you go to fly off of the thing. So that's just food for thought. I feel like I'm pretty responsible on a sport bike. They scare me. I'm terrified of fucking deer. I'm terrified of other cars. I'm always very selective when I ride spiritedly, when I ride spiritedly. So when I ride hard or ride fast, I'm always very selective of the areas I do it, and I'm very selective of the time of day I do it, et cetera, et cetera. But the longer I own a sport bike, the more that selective area of places that I go and do things responsibly kind of goes out the window. And then I start riding like an absolute moron everywhere. So then I sell the sport bike. And then like a couple months later, I'll get another one. And then I'll be responsible for like 2 weeks. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm getting stupid on it. I'm selling it. So that's how it goes. But anyways, Murray was asking. I just fucking, I'm just like, honestly, if you're smart, if you're a smart rider, you won't have issues on any bike you ride. You just have to be smart and you have to be aware of your surroundings, which a lot of people, they get like caught up when they're riding and they just like fall asleep. Not fall asleep, but they just like have this vision of, I'm in the wind. Look at the grass. Look at the fucking windmill. Look at the cornfield. Oh fuck, there's a deer. You know? So as long as you're like, when you are riding, you can enjoy that kind of stuff. Like you can enjoy being in the wind and you can enjoy being in the grass and looking at everything. But you always also in the back of your mind have to remember like, hey, animals live in that grass. And a cat can run out or a squirrel can run out or a bird can hit my windshield. You always have to remember that stuff. But anyways, Murray was asking about the boat. By the way, Murray, the boat is sold. I sold the boat. I took it out 2 times. I took it out 3 times. So the first 2 times I took it out, it was running like shit. And I bought a boat, guys. You don't know this. Murray knows this because Murray, I talk to Murray once in a while. And I told him I got a boat and I had some issues with it. I bought a boat with it has a small block Chevy. It's a 305, carbureted, 2-barrel. And whenever you would go wide open, it would die. Like it would just, bleh. If you go slowly into the throttle, it would hold and it would get up on plane and then it would go and go and go and then it would run out of fuel and die again. And I'm like, what the hell? So I brought it home. I inspected like spark plugs, coil, distributor cap and rotor, etc., etc. The coil had a little water in it, so I replaced the coil. The spark plugs looked fine, but I broke one pulling it out, so I got new spark plugs. And I pulled the fuel line out to inspect the fuel filter, and the fuel filter was so plugged shut, I couldn't even blow through it. So I was like, all right, fuck a fuel filter. My Mustang doesn't even have a goddamn fuel filter, and it goes 880. So I said, fuck a fuel filter. I threw it in the garbage, and I put the fuel line back on, and I took it out, and the thing ripped. So I said, all right, I'm bored. What to do now? So I sold the boat, and here I am, looking for another boat. I want to see Hunter on a turbo V-Rod laying into it at 80 and totally annihilating the tire. That sounds like an extremely good time. And my buddy rode a completely stock V-Rod, like one of the newer V-Rods. And them things get down, dude. Them things rip. Like you can just crack that fucker like 20 mile an hour and boil the back tire stock. So I think that's what they are. I think that's what they are. It's a motorcycle. Them damn June bugs too. They deprecate you? Dissipate? I don't know what the fuck. I can't read. You zigged when you should have zagged. I'm on a boat. I'm on a bore, Maine. We going fast, Maine. Boats and hoes. My Carver boat has a carb 350. I feel like marine motors are always really good because I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe marine motors are garbage because they're just constantly ran at 4,000 RPM. Those Derby guys run 2 barrels. Them Rochester two Gs are good carbs. Yeah, they probably are. I'll tell you what. You breathe on the key. You just flick the fucker, and it comes right to life. And I feel like that's what a lot of them 2 barrel carbs and like factory carburetors are really good at, or like an Edelbrock. Edelbrock carbs are really good at being able to flick the fucking key and have the thing just boom, fire right up. So everybody's like, oh, this carburetor's so good. Y'all need to get an Edelbrock. Because they flick the key and it fires right up. But when you stab into the thing, it's 17.5 air fuel, and it's like, and the guys are like, oh yeah, I need new spark plugs. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it goes. But a Holley carburetor is a little trickier to start if you don't tune them right. But a Holley carburetor usually makes more power because I feel like they just naturally fuel better than an Edelbrock. I don't know where the fuck any of this video is going. I'm so sorry. Yes, we did discuss open header LS swapping the boat. I actually looked into it, and my buddy that's been helping me at the shop and stuff, he might have a guy that's swapping his boat motor. His current boat motor is a 454, I think, in his boat, and we were thinking about LS swapping it, but I just see Mike Finnegan's fucking boat. If you guys haven't checked out Mike Finnegan on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, he has a fucking jet boat with a twin turbo Hemi in it, and it is blistering fast. Like, this dude drops the hammer on this fucking boat, and it is gone like Donkey Kong. It is just gone. It's so cool to watch it, and it's so cool to just see the boat itself. It's badass. You guys definitely got to go check it out if you haven't seen it already. Mike Finnegan on YouTube, he has, yeah, go check the boat out. It's super cool. Edelbrock. Yeah, twin turbo boat. Wouldn't that be so cool? Like, I wish I could just focus my time on YouTube and this kind of stuff, because I could make some really cool videos, I think. And we could do some really cool projects, but at the end of the day, they don't fucking pay for themselves. So here I am, working. Pissing off the neighbors is the fruit of Hunter's neighbors. I don't know if I understood that. Dude, I really want a twin turbo boat now. You got to think of it this way. You got a boat. You already got a boat. Boats are cool. They're a great stress reliever. You know, you get more girlfriends with a boat. I'm just kidding. You get, I just feel like I kind of I wanted to get a boat because I'm like, I'm so stressed out with work and whatever. I'm just going to get a boat. I'm just going to get a boat. And the boat is a way to just kind of get out there and clear your head. You know, that's a good thing with the boat. But then I realized boats are fucking stressful too, because they're broken half the time and half the time they run, you know? Pissing off the neighbors is the fruit of my labors. I was actually on the dyno. I did a live stream on Facebook of the dyno on the Mustang before it went 8s. I was on the dyno on Facebook live with Matt Happel and a couple other people. I don't know if Nick was in there or not, but there was a couple people in there. And sure shit, I was on the dyno at like 11:30 at night, just fucking wailing on the Mustang. And like a week later, my buddy hit me up and he's like, hey, my guy, I know a guy that like kind of lives by your shop. He's like, yeah, tell that fucker to quit dynoing shit at 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that guy existed. And I figured I wasn't being that loud. A turbo LS at 11:30 at night at 7,000 RPM can't be that loud. Is it that loud? I'm sorry. Don't do what Dexter did with his boat. Oh my. Too far. Too far. My hair is fucking crazy. You see that shit? I gotta cut it all off. The dude that just showed up across the parking lot and pointed headlights in the shop. That's actually a different guy. That's actually a different guy than the one I was talking about. I feel like the only reason I wouldn't get a boat is because they take up a bunch of space. Yes, 100%. That is like the main reason boats suck, is because they take up so much fucking room. And like, what do you do in the wintertime? You just look at the thing collecting snow? Or do you pay $100 a month to, or more to store it indoors? Yeah, I don't fucking know. And they're built out of like wood and fiberglass. Shit that breaks easy. Like, I feel like I like cars because they're built out of metal. 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 You should shave only half off. See, I was going to do a mohawk or some crazy stupid shit. It didn't turn out too well. But, yeah, I don't know. Here's my crazy hairdo. I've never done any crazy hairdo in my life. And I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it. Like, I've always just, like, grown my hair way out. I just get lazy, and then I just cut it all off. Same with my beard. I'll just grow it all out, and then I'll cut it all off. Like, that's just what I do. I ain't got time for fucking haircuts. And I have anxiety when I go to goddamn hair salon places, because they, like, I feel like I'm trapped, and I'll be, like, sitting in the barber chair, or the barber, the fucking... All right, the dogs are still good. I'll be like sitting in the goddamn barber seat, and they'll be like cutting my hair and trying to make small talk, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk. Like, how about you just like cut my hair and that's it? And a lot of people hate silence. I love it. I love silence. Where a lot of people are like, they have to like make small talk because it's like awkwardly quiet, and I'm like feeding off the awkwardly quietness when I'm sitting there. And they're like, oh yeah, what do you do for work? And I'm like, do I really want to get into this? I'm like, yeah, I build cars. I make YouTube videos. I have a website. I sell injectors. And then I like, usually about 3 or 4 things that I do for work come up, and they just look at me like I'm crazy. And they're like, what? So it's like, all right, let's just cut my hair. So I don't bother. That's the reason I don't get my hair cut. Fucking bugs. I need a mullet. I was thinking about it. Boat, bust out another 1,000. That's a good one. Bust out another 1,000. Get a submarine. Tow it behind the 30 Max. See, I have to make a video on that too, and I still haven't. Damn it. 2 best days of his life. The day he buys a boat and the days he sells it. Yeah. Boats are really cool, but they're also just like I feel like I look at a lot of these guys around me on the lake that I live on, and they all like build these fucking $1 million boats. Like twin turbo fucking 2-engine 2,500 horsepower a piece boats. And they drive it for like 3 minutes, and it costs them $700 in fuel. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, at least when I go drag racing, it only costs like 10. Yeah, I know. I gotta do a fucking Duramax video. Remind me tomorrow, Murray. I still say shave half off. You'll look awesome. Maybe. Boats and metal flake. Want to freak out your barber? Clean your phone screen in your lap under the sheet. Yeah, they're probably thinking you're grabbing a gat. Barber's breathing on your neck. Now I'm good. Yeah, if there's something else rubbing on my neck, I'm all right with it, but not breathing. Some barbers are nice. Some barbers aren't. Okochee Lake. We got 93 fucking people in here and nobody's commenting. What the fuck's going on? I'm gonna grab a beer. Or I'm gonna sign off. One of the two. You guys let me know. Y'all let me know. Am I grabbing a beer or am I signing off? I'm gonna grab a beer regardless, so. Grab me a beer too. Haircuts are awesome when you get knockers in your face. Exactly. Yeah, that's like I feel like, yeah, that's the best part of a haircut. Evan, you need an ECU, I get it. I'll message you in a minute. Whenever I get off of here, I'll try to message you back. Oh. I can't believe there's still 90 fucking people in here. If there's actually 90 people, y'all can hit the like button and I'll know there's 90 people. Because there's only 28 likes and 93 people watching. That means 64 of you are hiding. I feel like a lot of people watch my live streams and they just hide. They don't do nothing. They just sit in the background and watch and listen. Which, if that's one of you, yeah. I feel like I probably got a lot of those people. They just like look from afar. They're like, oh, it's this Hunter dude. I'm gonna watch him on YouTube and not comment. The live is lit. Yeah, it kind of is. What piston do you recommend over 660? What? Well, I still have those goddamn cast nipping pistons in my Honda, and I've fucking hit 42 pounds of boost the last time I was at the track, and it's still together. I haven't posted about that. I'm sorry, guys. I spoiled it. Spoiled it. Spoiled it. That's from SpongeBob. Am I lagging? This guy says I'm lagging. Can you post dead times for the standard injectors? Dude, I've posted so many times. RC750 or ID 725, 750 cc data. Just use whatever runs the car good. Like, I don't know. That's what I do. ID data works really good with the decaps. That's all I'm saying. Injector dynamics, injector data, use that. Oh, now we're up to 39 likes and 89. Oh, now we're losing viewers. I'm a good noodle. I lurk, though, on Reddit. If you want a viral video, put a mortar in the exhaust and do two-step. I feel like HTS is damn near a mortar. The goddamn Honda Tuning Suite two-step is probably louder than a mortar. I should make a viral video on the 4th of July and say, you won't give me fireworks, I'll make my own. That's my viral video. And I'll have a bunch of Hondas two-stepping. Can you post the latency of your internet connection? What's the most amount of timing you ever run on a stock B16? I don't know. What fuel, what compression, what header, what intake. There's a lot of variables. Which cam do you think is best for a 5.3? The one that's in it? I'm watching this and playing Farming Simulator. I never got into like Minecraft or Farming Sim or anything like that because it was always just like too much work for me. Like, I feel like those games take a lot of work. They take a lot of, like, dedication. And I just, like, I don't know. I like instant gratification. Like playing Grand Theft Auto. Be like, ooh, steal a car. Ooh, gratification. Ooh, go run somebody over. Ooh, that was fun. But then you get bored really easy, too. So it's like a give and take with, like, certain games. Like some games like Minecraft and whatever, it takes a lot of work for a lot more reward. Where like Grand Theft Auto, it doesn't take as much work to get a little reward. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same with like building cars. You can build a janky piece of shit in 5 minutes to have fun for 5 minutes, or you can build a monster over 5 years to have fun for a lifetime. Or you can teach a man to fish, but you can't catch him a fish, or whatever, how that fucking saying goes. I don't know. Needs to put his internet on the dyno. Right? Yeah, rip off the Cletus video and put a duck call on your valve. Pretty much. Play Rust? Dead. Jake's dead. Jake beat is dead. What does that mean? Are you laughing dead? Are you dying? Which cam do you think is best? Ask Richard Holdner. Exactly. That guy is amazing. He is like, I honestly, like, I just watch his videos just to watch his bald ass head. He is so smart. I feel like I should go bald and maybe I'll get smarter. AJL, what the fuck? What did this guy say? I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. Others agree that I'm lagging. Is that what you're trying to get at? Try Tune Blast. Should I spend money on Skunk 2, Tuner 2s, or Type R? I like Type R cams, man. You can't go wrong with a set of Type R cams. I feel like anytime you add like an aftermarket cam, there's always downfalls. And a Type R cam just rips. It makes good power. Watch Richard Holdner. He explains cam stuff so good. Whenever you put an aftermarket cam in anything, usually, you always sacrifice one thing for another. So you either always sacrifice top-end performance for more low-end, or you always sacrifice low-end power for more high-end. Honda stuff, it's not as relevant because, well, dual overhead cam engines are different. And with having VTEC, it helps a lot. GTA never gets old. I know. You're like, yeah. Maybe nobody can see my comments. Or am I just drunk and they are stupid? Love Minecraft. K24 head swap on a K20A. Is there any wiring involved? I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. Clash of Cans. JE Pro Seal always. You want a saying. What's the plan with the new Mustang? If age is just a number, then cousin is just a word. Right? Is that like some hillbilly saying like, yeah, I don't know. That's funny. The plan with the new Mustang is kind of, I want to build a badass street car. I want to build an LS that I can cruise on a 90-degree day with the air conditioning on, maybe, to the track and go 850s and then cruise it to a car show afterwards. I think that's cool. To be able to do that would be pretty sweet. I actually have the transmission for that car getting built as we speak. Man, my hair is driving me nuts because I have none on the side of my head. And I have all this fucking junk on the top. You can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a bull's ass. But I'd rather take the butcher's word for it. Did you let it out of the bag you bought the other car since someone is asking about it? I feel like I did on the last video because I was bitching about how the Mustang, I'm selling it. And I think I said like, oh, I got a new car back here. Go look at it. The new Mustang is going to be so sick. Proof X is bald coincidence. Is bald coincidence? I think not. You inspired me, bro. Thank you. Just spray NOS on everything you can get your hands on till it blows up. Yeah. I feel like being stupid on YouTube is what gets views because everybody, like the human brain, I feel like always has to like go prove somebody wrong or like be like, oh my God, I can do that so much better. You know, like people are purposely being stupid on YouTube and it gets views because people get mad and they get like angry, like, oh my God, look at this fucking guy do this. And they always share it to their friends and it always like blows the video up because that person was being an idiot. 8-9 off the trailer. Exactly. Florida man in the house, Gucci gang. I think using the dyno to show how certain mods improve or reduce performance would be a good series and would take minimal effort. It would. But I always feel like I need to make my videos longer. I don't know why. Like I could just do quick little 5-minute videos like how much does an air intake affect your turbo or whatever. B20 high comp block, built ITR head, skunk 2 cams, 680cc injectors on E85. Is this like an all motor build? I just did a car with Pro 1s. It was a high comp B20 with Pro 1s and it was on pump gas. It was on pump gas, made like 205. Something like that. Gotta make sure your exhaust is good. I mean, power is different on every dyno you go to, so yeah. Your power on your car at that dyno may be 240, where on another dyno may be 190. It all depends on how the dyno's set up and how much correction and all that shit. So asking how much power you can achieve is kind of an open fucking question nowadays because I know more about chassis dyno stuff and it's tough to, you know, if you were talking to bring it to my dyno, I can tell you a number. But if you're taking it to somebody else's dyno, I don't know how theirs is set up and whatever. You know what I mean? I am building another TH400. You're right. Because the only reason I'm doing a Turbo 400 and not a Power Glide, because I told myself, I said the next Turbo LS car I'm doing a Power Glide because there's just something about having 2 gears and the first gear being fast and the second gear being faster. You know, it's cool. But the car that I got already came with a badass Turbo 400 shifter in it. And I'm like, ooh, I can save a couple $100 by not having to buy a shifter. So I'll just fucking buy a Turbo 400. Pro Charger with nitrous. I said this is prime taking a dump video. I consider those the best of the best. I don't know what you mean by that. I really do need to do the hand gestures like Richard. We can take this 5.3 liter and put it with this 6 liter and have awesome results. See, I could probably go viral just making fun of other YouTubers. Oh, damn it. I gotta go to bed soon. Do a valve lash, Ernesto. 165, 180, 180, 183. Just check the valve lash. It might just be a little tight in that cylinder. Yes, Nick. Fucking bugs. God. Live in Wisconsin with the heat and the lake right next to you, you have all these random ass bugs all the time. Like, ooh, this one's little and green. Ooh, that one's fucking big and yellow, you know? What CC dome or dish pistons do you go with in the LSV Tech a while ago? I don't know. I just go high compression on everything. Give it a big old dome. Hope you're doing well. Congrats on the personal best. What are your personal thoughts on a DA Integra? Not owning one, but buying one. Not owning or buying one, but just what do you think about them? I personally fucking hate them. DAs, I mean, I kind of like the interior of the car, but they're heavy. There's no engine bay room. They're just like a EF. And I don't really like EFs because the suspension's kind of garbage. Just the way that everything's set up just isn't as good. I don't know. If you want like a fun little street cruiser or like a fun little daily, fucking DA is cool. But I don't like DAs because they're not easily, they're a lot harder to modify, I feel. Just because the engine bay is a lot more compact and I just don't like them. I don't like the look of them. They're just not my fave. That's all. That's just my personal opinion, though. You can like a DA, and you could try one for yourself, and you could fall in love with it. But me, personally, I like EG Civics. It's the best Civic ever made, I think, for performance stuff. They're really easy to work on. The suspension on them works good. I have yet to break an axle in my EG. Going 10s. All motor EG B20 V1 11.5. Yeah, I mean, all motor is a little annoying, I think, but yeah, dude, go Murray. At least fucking send me some videos of your car on the damn dyno. Make it inline 8. Fries in here, what's up? But wait, there's more. Perfect. What's next for the chef's tank? Come buy it. I feel like I'm done with the chef's tank. Good night, brother, man. Peace out, bro. I'm probably gonna dip here in a minute, guys. I say go big or go home if you want to. If you blow it, that's just an opportunity to make it better. How old am I? Maybe I'll tell you in a minute. Glad to hear your comments on the DA. Kind of nailed the pros and cons I have about them. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like the interior and I mean, I guess if they're done up right on the exterior, they can look good. But all the DAs that I've ever had were clapped out piles of fuck, and I didn't like them. And my buddy had one that he did up really nice and it was clean. He put coilovers on it and whatever else. And I think he put it in the ditch because it just didn't handle that good. I don't know. I just feel like they're not that good of a car. Like they're good. They're like back in the early 90s, that car was meant to be a luxury cruiser. Like it wasn't meant to be a sports car. Like maybe like a very mild sports car, but it was not designed to be like that. You know what I mean? Like neither was a Honda Civic EG, but I think they got that by accident. They just fucking work. You do everything to a car, then it gets boring, so you want to start over. Right, yeah, exactly. It's like you keep chasing that high. Keep chasing the high of like the excitement, you know? Yeah, they're all junk. Best out here. CRX is okay. I've owned like 3 DAs. I can't believe there's 94 fucking people in here still. What compression do I run in my turbo builds? As much as I can. Like I feel like my EG Civic it's been 1060. You guys haven't seen that video yet. It went 1060 at 134. That car's 12 to 1. 12-ish. Might be higher than 12-1. Cast piston. Yeah. More compression equals more better everything. Totally not asking for myself, but how about doing an in-house port and testing it on the dyno to see how much horsepower it pulls? Like a port job on an intake manifold? I have a lot of ideas that I can do. Buddy wants to put a 3.5 V6 Honda engine in a Civic. I told him not to waste his time. Well, the problem is with the J series Honda engines is they sound really good, but they're really tricky to get to fit in anything without it sticking out of the hood or the oil pan hitting the fucking ground. And the tuning side of the thing of the J series or V6 Honda engines, you cannot tune the factory computer that comes with that car. So you have to go with a standalone or like AEM or something like that to make them work right. So that sucks with the J series, but they do sound cool. I'll give them that. One of my Mustang motors that went 9s, I had cobwebs in and spiders and lake flies, and I put the head gaskets on right on top of the bugs and the dust and everything, and it worked. I don't know. Fucking change the oil like fucking 10 minutes after you start it. If you're worried about it. If you're worried about the debris in the motor, just change the oil right away. Yeah, dude. Fucking more compression, the better. Yeah, mine's definitely 12-1. 12-1, cray. Yeah, dude, 13.8 to 1, fucking 3 pounds of boost would make 500 wheel. I have plenty of ideas, things to do, just no time to do it. Yeah, exactly. I'm in the same boat, man. 421 compression, burn it all down. Yeah, you don't burn. The thing is, you could have 14-1 compression with a supercharger and a turbo and nitrous. If you had the octane rating on the fuel to support it, it would be fine. That's what people don't understand. It's like, oh, high compression, it's gonna blow up. Yeah, 12-1 with boost on pump junk fuel will blow up. Yes, but people don't understand that there's way better fuel out there nowadays. People understand, like, oh yeah, you put good fuel in it and it'll work. Anyways, I'm done. I'm gonna get out of here for the day. Maybe I'll make a video tomorrow for y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna post this live stream on the page. I'm gonna get a booger. I'm good. Okay. Anyways, have a great night and a better tomorrow. We will see you later. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Peace out.